Hey, welcome back to Mystery Monday, Mecha Monday, I guess. We're looking at these mystery Ballerz Mech bots. All right, so if you know from the previous video, this is the first one I got last week. This one I got today, and also I got this one. This ball was red. Since this one was broke, the ball was red, this one broke, I think I put somewhere else. What I also did not do was compare it to other figures you may have in your collection. Like, say, here's a guy, you know, just grabbing something real quick. And then, you know, maybe cream to Wear Dragon, or even Micro Man, or just something else like maybe a Hot Wheels car, something we can all kind of relate to, maybe even Leonardo. So we can get some kind of a size comparison there, because I'm sure a lot of you are like, well, how big are these? I mean, because your hands could be huge. They're not that huge. All right, so this is the information you might need, but if you just go to your Hobby Lobby, it's only $6.99, which I think is a bargain, because for something of this quality, and then you may be thinking, oh, this is not that good a quality. It's just kind of a fold it down kind of thing. Look, I grew up in the 80s, and I'm sure a lot of you did too, and most of you guys are my age or older, especially the ones who are into comic books. But some of you may have not grown up in the 80s, you may have grew up in the 90s. So you know that the ones we got for $4.99, which is way more expensive than a modern day $6.99, weren't this good. Now this is a yellow ball, and I did tell you the number again, and I'm going to put it on the video because I want to make sure we keep a legacy of what is out there. I would love to find a list of where all the numbers are, you know, kind of like the little numbers. Anytime there's like a secret thing with numbers on it, there's always somebody out there getting the numbers, but that's usually for the more popular brands like Lego. Or one of those Legos minifigures first came out and they were like $1.99. Now they're like $5. Here's a Lego figure too, by the way, since we are talking about size. All right, so what's inside the yellow one? Well, I watched another guy's video. This is the only other guy on YouTube that's actually bought any of these. And he did two unopenings or whatever. And he did 2 videos with 2 openings. So I knew I was going to get this guy right here. And that's one of the guys I definitely wanted. So let's quickly talk about this, even though you probably just saw my other video. You know, tell me also, should I only release one video a week, or should I try to go ahead and do all of them, or put them as close as I can to the theme days? Here are the tokens you get. They're hard plastic. I don't know what these are for, but you're supposed to scan them for something. I don't like these scan things. They're too close to the mark of the beast for me personally, so I don't mess with these. So you can turn this into a piggy bank. So if you like yellow, which I know Matilda Gothica, you're out there going, oh my gosh, I love that yellow ball. No, I know Matilda would rather have the red ball. And there's also a blue ball. So I got 3 balls so far. One's red, one's yellow, one's blue. I don't know, it's just the way it is so far. Here's the book, and oh my gosh, that one looks really cool right here. Every time I look at this one, looks like Triptychon. So it's not this one. This one's a totally different one. Trying to find mine real quick so I can just get an idea of what he should look like, because he comes kind of like all balled up in here inside of a ball. There's the one I just got. I like him in dog mode much better. Usually I like him in robot mode. Here he is. This is the one I got. Now there's no names for any of these, so I'm just going to have to call him this. Whatever that Zoids is, the blue Zoids, it looks just almost like this, except for the cockpit up here. That's what I want to call this one. Like, this is like to me, he's like a wolf. I called this one Blue Wolf. And then I gave that number at the end, like 5138. He's a yellow earth mover, and that number at the end, I think it's 5169. He's got a totally different number. It's 3007. I don't know why some of them are in 3s and some of them are in 5s. All right, so here he is coming straight out of the ball. All right, here's the instructions for him. So you're going from robot, you clamp things together, you swing them up, you pull the tail down, you pull the arms up, the legs up, and somewhere along the line, oh, the head came over right here, and you bend him over. Basically, he's like Grimlock. And every single one of these, they got some kind of weird third mode. So he's also the right arm of some bigger 3 robot piece, which is so strange, I think. All right, here he is. Let's go ahead and, I guess we're closer to robot mode since his legs are out and deployed. Now look at this right here. This is a little scary because this could have broke, I guess. There's also metal parts on this. You can clearly tell where the metal is on this one. Like, pretty obvious. That right there is that shiny one, and it's the metal. All right, so I'm trying to figure out, like, where am I going to get into robot mode? Okay, so these just fold back for robot mode. And then these look very fragile, but okay, I see where they go. But they still look fragile. It don't matter. Oh, look. Okay, so I was afraid it wasn't going to go in. I was like, wait, it's not going to go in. So they go up here and peg in. Still, it looks fragile to me, personally. I'm just really afraid I'm going to break this. And it's such a cool one, too. All right, so there's his teeny little fist. Pull his arms down. And he has articulation right here. That's interesting. So he's got, like, some arm guards. Okay. I think that's metal, too, right there. I'm not 100% sure. Best way I'm going to be able to tell is just put him in the freezer and freeze him and try to figure out what it is. So his legs are a little bit on the tiny and lacking side. He's very top heavy looking here. But that's his robot mode. Very early Grimlock. Remember early Grimlock had the tail parts hanging off the side, so they may have gotten excuse from that, just being less Grimlocky with a more bumpy body. And he's got that really cool looking lightning thing going on. I'm probably going to like him better. I think the shiny metal parts, the shiny blue parts are the metal. So I think the legs, probably this part of the arm, and then this part of the head, that's a separate piece. So I think that's the metal parts. So let's take a look at that face in there. Wow, that's very Optimus Prime looking, actually. It's wiggling inside there, so it's not very, it's a very wiggly head, but I can't get in there to pose it really. So whatever. All right, so in robot mode, yeah, you wanted to know what it looked like in robot mode with another figure. So here he is beside Leonardo. So they're not too tiny. Here he is beside of a Lego figure, which is like, what, 2 inches or something? Here he is in robot mode beside of, oh, wow, he's about the same size as a G.I. Joe then, technically, because these are 8 centimeters tall. And, of course, these are G.I. Joes. Well, the new G.I. Joes are like 10 centimeters tall. The smaller Joes. Whoops, sorry. I'm going to knock the camera over. Here he's beside of this guy, a little out of his league. And since we're talking about dinosaurs / dragons, here he is with Were Dragon. All right, and here he is beside of a Hot Wheels car. Yeah, whatever. Just trying to give you a size comparison so you won't be like, I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Here's the dog beside of the car. Here he's beside of the yellow earth mover. All right, so that head is a little too wiggly, but I'm not going to keep it in this mode. I'm probably going to like the other mode. So let's put it in the other mode to see what it looks like. So we can get his head up to here. You got to take these off, and this is where I'm a little bit afraid. I'm afraid it's going to snap off. Okay, just take it off just enough, and then slide it down. Okay, this one's a little scary because I can't seem to move it, and maybe it's my carpal tunnel syndrome. I have had a dealing with my wrist right here. It's been painful. All right, obviously you're going to slide these together, his legs together. Oh my gosh, remember a game we used to do that I hated? Whoa, and that just flipped off. All right, so it's probably just under a lot of pressure from being squeezed his legs together. I'd be in a lot of pressure too if you squeeze my legs together. All right, so slide this down. All right, there is a locking place on there. I saw it at the last minute. I don't want to pull it back up to show you though, because it's a little on the fragile side. This is why I don't think this is meant for kids at all. There may be a thing on there for age that tells you. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. It says Series 1 on here, but then it says Series 2 on the ball. All right, so now we're going to have to get his arms coming a little bit forward. He's got some loose plastic right here that's like leftover kibble. These definitely feel like metal. Metal. Oh, there's my voice. Great. Ah, darn puberty. My voice is cracking. Nah, it's just that it was a lot hotter than anticipated today. All right, so pulling his legs down. Now, does his legs go forward or back? I'm guessing back, because that's what dinosaurs, at least the ones I used to ride to school, are. And he's more like like I said, he looks more like the Godzilla / Grimlock, because he's not, well, I guess you can, it's the way you put him. And then plus his head is looking more forward, so I guess so. I just always imagine they're dragging their tails. That's the way I grew up with, with Godzilla / me Grimlock, me not stupid, me not lover, me king. I love Grimlock. He was so much fun. Okay, so let's open his mouth. Say, I guess you can't get his mouth too far, but I'm not going to try to like I said, like these are quality, but they're also a little bit on the fragile sides. But that's fine because they're not. I don't think of these as toys. I think of these as more just really nice looking collectibles. I shouldn't have pushed that in too hard. I'll probably never get it back out, but hey, I'm only gonna do this once. I like it in the dinosaur mode, to be honest with you. Now there's a lot of screw holes on this side. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that is really good looking right there. So what do you guys think? Do you think these are pretty good? It's only $6.99. So if you want this one, make sure you get the correct number, which is 3007. And there is another dinosaur like this. I don't know if you, is this a T-Rex? Because it kind of, the head does not look like a T-Rex and the mouth doesn't look like a T-Rex. So, and the arms are longer than most T-Rexes. Because, you know, you always see those cute little videos where the T-Rex is trying to make a bed up and he can't do it. All right, so in T-Rex, or whatever mode you want to call this, here he is beside of a Lego figure he's about to eat. Here he is trying to ride on a car like a skateboard. Here he is beside the wolf Zoid. And here he is being ridden by Leonardo. Giddy up, dinosaur, giddy up. All right, let's see here. I want to see what the other dinosaur looks like, and I know you're dying to see it too. Look, I think of that tank. That looks cool. I'd be very thankful to get that. I want the jet. I definitely want the jet. You know me, because I'm a jet person. There's the one I got. So maybe these are like series 1 and 2 on the pictures. I don't know. I have not figured this out. Because it says one thing on the packaging, one thing on the other. So here he is right there. I really like that bird. And I like that Triptychon version. I got to get that Triptychon. If you know where the numbers are on a list, let me know. Because I am desperately wanting to find out what the numbers are. I don't want to get stuck with a train or a car that's... the cars are okay. The trains are okay. I just really like those animal ones and that jet one. Like the cars... and the construction vehicles, I think I got the worst construction vehicle because that one looks pretty darn cool. It's just mine has that weird dress thing. Well, they put it like that. I put mine down like a dress. I was like, eh. That looks cool. All right, so hey, thanks for watching. And let me know again what you thought of these. And did you get them? Did you find them somewhere else for cheaper? Did you go them off on AliExpress? I need to go on AliExpress. I keep forgetting to look on there. I did look that one time when... oh, what my brain fart. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He told me to go on there. He said he saw them on there, and I couldn't find them. So I don't know where they are. Maybe he saw something like them. I don't know. I'm not saying. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day today.